Have you ever considered how your vulnerability might be your greatest superpower? Let's delve into this a bit. The term vulnerability often carries with it a negative connotation. It's seen as a chink in our armor, something that exposes us to harm. Society has conditioned us to view it as a weakness, something to be covered up and hidden away. But let's challenge this perception. What if vulnerability isn't a weakness at all? What if it's a strength, a superpower even? Vulnerability at its core is about openness. It's about showing our authentic selves, our hopes and fears, our joy and sorrow. It's about allowing ourselves to be seen, truly seen, by others. And in this openness we find connection, we find empathy, we find humanity. So what if we reframe our perspective and start to see vulnerability as a strength rather than a weakness? Now, how can we go about embracing this so-called superpower of vulnerability? Begin with practicing openness. It's about letting down those walls we've spent years constructing, brick by brick, around our hearts, our minds. It's about saying, yes, this is me with all my quirks and idiosyncrasies. It's about being honest with yourself and others about your feelings, your fears, your aspirations. It's not about oversharing or making everything about you, rather. It's about giving others the chance to see you for who you truly are, in all your unvarnished glory. Next, accept your imperfections. Easier said than done, right? But here's the thing, every single one of us is a work in progress. We are all beautifully flawed, and that's what makes us uniquely us. Embrace your imperfections. They are not signs of weakness, but badges of your humanity. They're reminders that you're not a machine, but a living, breathing, feeling human being. Now, let's talk about empathy. Empathy is not just about understanding others' feelings, it's about sharing them. It's about putting yourself in someone else's shoes, feeling their joy, their sorrow, their fear. When you show empathy, you connect with others on a deeper level, a level that goes beyond superficial pleasantries and small talk. It's about acknowledging our shared human experience, our shared vulnerability. And finally, self-acceptance and self-love. These are two of the most powerful tools in your arsenal when it comes to embracing vulnerability. You are enough, just as you are. You don't need to be more, do more, have more. You are deserving of love, respect, and kindness, not in spite of your flaws, but because of them. Your worth is not dependent on external validation, but on your own self-acceptance and self-love. Remember, embracing vulnerability is about leaning into discomfort and recognizing that it's okay to not be perfect. Embracing vulnerability is not a one-time event, but a lifelong journey. It's about continually pushing your boundaries, challenging your fears, and embracing your authentic self. So, take a deep breath, let go of your need for control, and dive headfirst into the beautiful mess that is life. So, what are the rewards of embracing our vulnerability? Let's delve into that. Embracing vulnerability can be the gateway to a more authentic and fulfilling life. It's like stepping into a room filled with natural light, where everything is clearer, sharper, and more vivid. First and foremost, vulnerability fosters deeper connections with others. When we show our true selves, it's an invitation for others to do the same. It paves the way for empathy, understanding, and trust. The bonds we form when we're vulnerable are like no other. They're real, they're raw, and they're deeply rewarding. Secondly, vulnerability increases our self-awareness. It's like holding up a mirror to our soul, revealing our strengths, our weaknesses, and everything in between. It's a journey of self-discovery and acceptance, leading us to a better understanding of who we are. But it doesn't stop there. Embracing vulnerability also carries the potential for personal growth and transformation. When we expose our fears and insecurities, we create room for change. It's like planting a seed in a fertile ground. With time and care, it can grow into something beautiful and strong. And finally, vulnerability can lead to a more authentic life. It's about being true to ourselves, living according to our values, and expressing our genuine emotions. It's a path to a life of honesty, integrity, and fulfillment. When we embrace our vulnerability, we open ourselves up to a world of possibilities, growth, and deeper connections. Let's take a moment to reflect on what we've learned today. We've unpacked the tremendous power of vulnerability, a force that allows us to connect deeply with others and ourselves. We've explored how to embrace this aspect of our humanity by opening our hearts and minds to the beauty of our imperfections. And we've highlighted the rewards that come with this acceptance: improved relationships, increased self-awareness, and the courage to live authentically. Remember, vulnerability is not a weakness but a superpower. Embrace it and watch how your life transforms.